The time is 4 o'clock. We bring to you the news around Africa. UNESCO says it has decided to remove Ivory Coast Kobo National Park from its list of endangered World Heritage Sites following very positive conservation effort. UNESCO, in a statement, said the decision follows a meeting of its World Heritage Committee in the Polish city of Krakow. The park in the northern Ivory Coast was declared a World Heritage Site in 1983 and is one of the largest protected areas in West Africa. It is known for its diverse plant life and contains plants usually found much further south, such as shrub savannas and patches of thick rainforest. UNESCO cited poaching, fires and overgrazing as causes for concern when it listed the park as endangered in 2003. Zambia's biggest market has been burnt, destroying the livelihood of its many traders. City Market, which is located in the capital Lusaka, has been on fire since the early hours of Tuesday. Police spokeswoman Esther Kantogo and Lusaka Mayor Wilson Kalumba said they were still investigating the cause of the fire. The fire has left some traders tearful as they have lost most of their goods. Onlookers suspect the fire could have been caused by an electrical fault and blame the late arrival of firefighters for not stopping its rapid spread. The market has the biggest number of traders in Zambia. They sell, among other things, second-hand clothes, electrical appliances, hardware, and food. Ivory Coast Reconciliation and Compensation Commission (RCC) has officially ended. It was set up to identify victims of the decade-long crisis. This is actually the second commission set up since the end of the Civil War in 2011. The first, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission (TRC), was criticized for spending all its budget and achieving almost nothing. It was scrapped and replaced by the RCC in 2015, after which a fund of around $17 million was given. It identified more than 300,000 victims, but so far only around 5,000 have received any of the money. The Ministry of Solidarity is now in charge of the fund and says it will continue the Commission's mandate. A popular radio presenter in South Africa, Ravi Kovendas, has been fired by the public broadcaster SABC for calling President Jacob Zuma a zombie in a Facebook post. SABC spokesman Kaiser Ganyago says a Radio Lotto's presenter's contract was terminated because of concerns that he had brought the public broadcaster into disrepute. Mr. Govender has not commented since this dismissal, but had earlier apologized for the post that he said he had put up in anger after listening to a speech by the scandal hit Mr. Zuma at the governing African National Congress ANC policy conference in the main city, Johannesburg, on Friday. Mr. Zuma's son, Edward, accused Mr. Govender of hate speech and threatened legal action against him. Mr. Zuma has refused to bow to public pressure to resign, despite being dogged by allegations of corruption. Sudanese author Bushra Al-Fadil has won the 2017 Kane Prize for African Writing for his short story entitled The Story of the Girl Whose Birds Flew Away. The $10,000 prize, launched in 2000, is awarded annually to an African writer of a short story published in English. Mr. Al-Fadil spoke to BBC's Newsday Alan Kastruja about his book. Tanzanian Parliament has passed two controversial laws to bring about far-fetching reforms in the mining sector. One law explicitly states that the Tanzanian people will have permanent sovereignty over all natural wealth and resources, and ownership and control will be exercised by government on behalf of the people. This means private companies would mine on behalf of the nation, whereas before, the law stated that once firms signed a contract with the government, they owned the minerals. Another law empowers Parliament to review all agreements made by the government regarding natural resources. The two pieces of legislation follows months of disputes between President John Magufuli's government and UK-listed Acacia Mining Company over revenue sharing. That was Africa Today. I am Damilola Aroyeun. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.